guys, what's going on? It's Ash here, coming at you today in Clash Royale. Welcome to the video, guys. Happy to have you here. We are inside top 200 with none other than very popular guest here, Tectonic, Japanese pro player. So happy to get him on the channel, guys, playing this very unique deck. You can see it on the screen. Right now, we have Zappies and Giant. We have Sparky, so a little bit of beatdown going on. We have the Hunter to stop tanks. We have the newly buffed Barbarians in this deck as well. So a lot of kind of spell bait built into this deck also. And then we have a second win condition in the Graveyard. I have some pro tips to share with you guys today as well. Here we go with a Giant Sparky push. But suffice it to say, I guess the first tip for you guys is be passive early on. This is a very heavy deck, guys. So we want to be reactive. Hey, if the opponent gives us a bunch of opportunity, if they're very aggressive with, say, a big lightning on defense, as you just saw there, sure, we can still go in. However, generally speaking, we want to err on the side of being very cautious with this deck. If you take away one thing from this video, let it be that. I'm in such a good mood right now, guys. My son's birthday is in 2 months. I'm 4.5 months into learning piano. I know it's lame. It's not lame, but you know, I mean, learning an instrument. Okay, congratulations, Ash. But I'm working on the theme from Pixar's Up. You guys, you familiar with it? I think it's called Married Life. My son is so into that song. There's no words either. It's kind of just like a, you know, classical song or whatever, composition. And, man, we are loving it, and I'm learning it to surprise him on his birthday party. So I'm just feeling super motivated. Sorry, I'm coming from piano lessons right now. I'm feeling super motivated and super good about life in general. How are you guys feeling? We also beat our very first video game of all time, or his first video game of all time. It's called The Goof Troop for Super Nintendo. I'm starting him with the classics, the retro games. Perfect game for a kid, a younger kid, 4 or 5 years old. If any of you guys have kids out there, who knows, maybe someday you'll be playing Clash Royale with your kids. Maybe that will be your retro game. I don't know. Anyway, guys, here we go. We are 30 seconds left. We go, oh, big push coming in the right. Zappies, of course, thankfully, do a really good work against the Electro Giant. He comes in with a Bomber as well. But hey, we got it on lockdown. Again, just defending with the Zappies and the Barbarians, doing a really nice 1-2 punch there. Here it comes, going to be a big Giant Graveyard push. They use a Lightning. All they have really right now are Skeletons down to protect that tower and the Bomber. We get all kinds of damage. 4, make it 3 seconds remaining. The Giant's gonna get to the tower, 2-1, and boom, GG's. That's a way to start the video. Well done indeed. Man, Tectonic just coming through with a nice, easy victory to start things out here, guys. Let's see where this dude is right now. Okay, I lied. Not top 200, top 300. My bad. I thought he was top 200. I'll come back at you guys in the next match with all of his pro tips for the deck. Be right back. And so, what does Tectonic have to say about this deck, guys? He says, going against Bag, or Teabag. Teabag, Bag, both great players. We're screwed either way. We'll see, though. We'll see. I have faith. Let's give the lucky Inferno Tower emote, guys. All right, for the start of this deck, since it's very expensive, 4.5 elixir cost, you have to wait for the opponent to make a move and respond to what they do. So you're very passive until double elixir. In double elixir, you will be the guy who controls the match. Sparky, behind the King Tower here is something very interesting because there's a bug or a glitch right now going on where if you place the Giant in front of the Sparky on a tile to the left or right, depending on what side you want the Sparky and the Giant to walk in, nothing for almost 2 seconds. It buys you some time. Okay, so they'll walk and you get 2 seconds of extra elixir. Maybe we'll see that in action. I think I know what he's talking about. You guys know what he's talking about there? Against bait decks, you can't rely on the Graveyard for your pushes. So your pushes will be the Giant and Hunter and Skeleton King. Skeleton King will give you value from enemy swarm units. Against Mother Witch, it's a hard matchup, but you do have 2 options. Number 1, you can rely on Sparky Giant pushes, pretty obvious. And number 2, you can make pushes with a Giant Graveyard and Sparky. You'll have a good opportunity to make sure the Mother Witch will lock onto the Giant so she cannot take value on the Graveyard. Against Lava, you just go opposite lane, easy matchup, tower trade on the towers. You can overpower them. Against drill decks, your tank will be the Skelly King Graveyard and Sparky, excuse me, rarely the Giant. Oh, and because there's so many E-Giant right now, you want to make sure you don't give the Golden Knight instant value or you will instant lose, especially on mirror E-Giant decks. Be very careful there. On normal E-Giant decks, easy matchup, just make sure to save your Zappies for offense to stun the Inferno D all the time so you can make him overspend on killing them instead of defending against the Graveyard. And we already take a tower down here against Teabag, and it looks like Teabag has either given up or disconnected. I was too busy reading the tips from from Tectonic for you guys right now. So hey, we get a victory apparently. I'm gonna go back and watch the the replay here. But it looks like you know, Tectonic is at it again here. Very, very nicely done. Let's go into the next one. Currently 184. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Match number 3 underway against the Urge. This time we'll actually pay attention to the match. I think that will be a pretty cool thing to do. Pretty cool thing to do. It's funny, I got, I think it was Fatty tweeted me the other day, and he's like, dude, took Ash 3 minutes to figure out what deck his guest was playing. That was the 54 Grand Challenges in 1 week video. To my defense, the dude played almost exclusively Royal Giant, that he switched things up to Electro Giant when he came on the channel. Either way, you know, Electro Giant is so freaking broken right now, so it makes sense. But yeah, that was foolish. So let's try here on the channel to start paying attention a little bit more. Let's try to see if we can do a little bit better job there, lest we get more angry tweets about it. So Sparky and Arrows get the job done here, and they'll have to still respond. He has Blog and Heal Spirit back in hand, but I think, let's see, can we still get a connection there? Royal Ghost says no. I don't think the Sparky would have gotten a connection either way there. So, going against 3 Musketeer Pump, and the opponent has an early, well, we have an early damage advantage, but they do have that pump advantage. Always scares the living daylights out of me, this deck, man. The Elite Barbarians, the Golden Knight, pumps on pumps on pumps, right? So we put pressure immediately here with the Skeleton King and Graveyard. Graveyard, is, of course, is going to charge up that Skelly King. We have a Royal Ghost on our left-hand tower. We just let that go. Trying to either tower trade or at least damage trade to get in the a nice sizable damage advantage, and it does not work out for us here. We get a level 16 Royal Ghost just pounding away on our left-hand tower. So, of course, we do not have a great response in this deck to pumps, right? Let alone mirrored pumps. So let's see how we handle this matchup. Of course, Arrows just doesn't get the job done, right? Doesn't get the job done. And there we go. It's going to be another pump. We go with the Arrows there. Nice Arrows. Denying maybe 1 elixir from that pump, taking care of the Royal Ghost. And here comes the 3 ladies themselves, the 3 Musketeers. We go Sparky in the right. We also go with the Giant in front. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's exactly what he's talking about, guys. That move right there, right? You can buy 2 seconds of time. He mirrors 3 Musketeers. Okay. I'm a little scared. We go Graveyard left-hand lane. I like that move. At least get rid of the pump, hopefully. Sparky's going to clean up nicely in the right. We take care of the Golden Knight. Now we have 3 Muskies still alive. We have Barbarians in hand. No doubt we're going to use them right on top of these Musketeers, and we do. He goes Elite Barbarians in the opposite lane. But hey, we have Zappies in hand. We're going to go ahead and pull those E-Barbs to the center. And just like that, what a nice heads-up play. And those Barbarians really, really came in clutch. We go Hunter here in the left along with the Skeleton King. We take a little bit of Musketeer damage, but we're really equalizing our damage here on both lanes. We go with an emergency Giant there to kind of be a meat shield on defense, and it works out pretty well. So again, we still maintain a pretty significant damage advantage. Got to be careful here of the Golden Knight. We go Sparky in the left-hand lane. This one's not over yet, man. This one's not over yet. Far from it. Ooh, 3 Musketeers. It always gives me a little bit of anxiety, guys. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All right, here we go. Elite Barbarians in the right. We have Barbarians in the center, pulling them in. We're going to need a little bit more help in the right-hand lane, though. Can't take all this damage. We go with the Hunter up top. Nicely done, nicely done. 1 Elite Barbarian. Okay, yeah, we had to respond to it, and we do. But hey, we get the big fella onto the tower, guys. And there it goes. Boom, GG's. He did it again. Tectonic putting on a clinic here with this deck. You guys like this deck? It's one of my favorites that I've shared in a long time here on the channel, honestly. And it is Graveyard, so technically I'm allowed to play it. I made the 1-year Graveyard commitment on ladder, and let's see where he is right now. He's 159. Let's do one more match from Tectonic, and then I will play, and we'll call it a video. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, here we go. Let's do this against Death King. Sounds promising. Death King starts out with a Firecracker in the back. We respond with probably just a King Tower activation. And here comes another Electro Giant. Surprise, surprise. So it's going to be a nice opportunity to get a, well, maybe a little bit of a counter push here if we can recoup 5 Elixir, which we should easily be able to do. We want the Hunter at the bridge as well. Interesting. Let's see if he goes Giant here in front of the Sparky. I don't see why he wouldn't. Okay. He doesn't. These are the things that we're looking for here, guys. He does go with a Dark Prince, which is a perfect response. We go with Zappies on defense. He also goes with Lightning, so he takes out all of our Zappies. We go with an emergency activation there on the Skeleton King ability, so the opponent finds themselves with the early damage lead here, as well as the Elixir lead, about 1 or half an Elixir. I like that decision on his part. You can see why I would be too aggressive with the deck. Had I gone in with the Giant to support that Sparky, we would have never been able to defend the counter push, and he would have easily been able to respond with a Dark Prince, and we would have lost the entire match. Those are the decisions that somebody like me, you know, would prove that's if you're doing that, if you're making those sorts of decisions, if I can speak here, right, those would be what's costing you these matches if you're losing with this deck early on, right? Playing aggressive in those situations, especially in single Elixir time, you don't have to always counter push with every single Sparky, right? All right, so here we go. It's going to be a Dark Prince again on the Skeleton King on our side of the arena. 4 seconds, make it 3 remaining here in regulation. They go with a mirrored Dark Prince in the back. Dark Prince, obviously a great response, great addition to this kind of an interesting version here of Electro Giant and Mirror. So many different Electro Giant versions going on right now. This one with a Firecracker, most of them with the Bomber. Lightning comes down again, hitting Sparky. One of those Zappies stays alive, and we decide to push here. It's going to be a double Elixir Giant Sparky Graveyard push. We arrows, keeping Sparky alive. We do get that Giant to the tower. We're going to go ahead and ignore, at least momentarily, that golden Prince, and then we take the tower down. We go with the Skeleton King in response. Very, very well played yet again. See how we were so patient, waited for one push there, and that's all it took. With this deck, that's all it takes. So here we go. Can we defend here with 14 seconds left? We go with Barbarians. We go with Hunter. We have Zappies in hand if we need it. We go with the Giant. I love that Giant play. And only 5 seconds remaining. There's nothing the opponent can do here. We go with Zappies. Even with that ability from the Golden Knight, it's not going to be enough. So very, very well done. Man, that was well played. Hey guys, I'm going to give the deck a shot here. Orange Country, Mr. Morphin is our opponent. We'll give him the good luck. We have Barbarians. We have Zappies. We have the Giant. Let's go Giant here. And then let's go Sparky. And let's try to get a Skeleton King down. No. Arrows. We'll take the arrows. Oh, come on, Sparky. Come on. Hitting everything but the witch there. He logs me. He goes with another witch. We'll go with a Hunter this time. That witch, man, really shuts down my Sparky, huh? Let's go Skeleton King. Let's go Zappies. We'll get some nice damage here in the left. Of course, we can pop the ability pretty early here. Let's see what he has in response. So we don't take out the Dark Goblin, but we get some pretty nice damage. We can let this Dark Goblin go. I think we're going to let the Bomber go too, just because I think it's wise to have him split his damage. Especially in a deck like this, you know, you don't mind. Definitely don't mind when they giving up your HP, kind of like in a beatdown deck, right? As a resource. I'm going to save my arrows here, actually, guys. Might be a dumb decision. I don't know. I'm going to split Barbarians for his Royal Hogs. I'm going to go in with a little mini Graveyard push here. He has Dark Goblin. We're going to have arrows ready for it. Okay. Should get some nice damage, maybe. Skeleton's starting to stack up there. He has to go with a Bomber. Nice. Okay, let's go here, let's go here. Let's go Zappies, high. buy some time on defense there. We get almost fully charged. Let's go Barbarians here. It's going to be a nice little push opportunity. Let's pop early, and then let's go Graveyard. Let's arrow the Dark Goblin. Can we kill that Valkyrie? No. We do have a healthy Hunter on that left-hand tower. Let's go with a... he has Hog Rider too? What? Okay. Here we go, guys. Stacking it up, man. Pop the ability. Get the big fella to the tower. Let's go Barbarians here on defense. And boom! There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, the fun deck, guys. Massive shout out to Tecton. Check out his player stats and profile, ClashRoyale.com. Massive shout out to Bren Chong and to Glitch Energy, my YouTube partner. Check out their information as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.
I can't be mixy when iffy to Bob, and 40 on 50 is really the time. Why is you all on my phone like you want me, like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side? I don't know if you thinking I'm blind. Cross on my crosses and